It's time. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. We're finally doing the brake kit on the Integra. We got the Brembo rotors. We got Type R calipers right here, and then we got TSX pads. Now, I actually did make some progress already. Started this build yesterday. Did not go well. The bolt holding the caliper bracket onto the wheel hub was really hard to get off, and I couldn't get it off. This is the taggy. Yeah, but I couldn't get it off. So what we ended up doing was calling it a day. Tried again today, and I turned the wheel before I had the wheel straight. I turned the wheel, so now it's facing this, so I have a little bit more leverage, and then I just heat it up, and it low-key just popped right out. So making some good progress. I finally got the rotor off. The screws were holding in place, and it was kind of tough to get into, but yeah. So this is the old rotor. It has a pretty bad lip on it. I don't know if it's even noticeable, and there's definitely heat spots that you guys can see. My pads are pretty good, but if I'm going to be upgrading everything, I need to change the pads. And then caliper right there, other half is over there. But yeah, we're going to upgrade it. I'll go ahead and bring out the new stuff right now. Okay guys, so I got everything off, as you can see. This is the old stuff right here. Old caliper bracket pads, and then we got the rotor, and then look at the new stuff. So these are Mini Cooper Brembo blanks. I didn't think I needed to go with drilled and slotted. Heard bad things about cracking and brake wear. And for what I'm using, I think these should be okay. It's a daily driver at the end of the day, but I do want to take this thing to the canyons, and these will do perfectly fine. These are Honda Integra Type R, or Acura Integra Type R calipers. I believe they're the same as the CRV. But yeah, I got them red, so they're going to look tough. Let's go ahead and install them. Okay, so I just sprayed my rotors with brake clean, just so I can get that oily film that they put on top of it and just get it off. It's just a good mating point between the caliper, or the rotor, and the pads. Look at all that stuff. Spray it one more time. Okay, so we got the rotor on. Damn, it looks good. I think it's freaking massive. Huge compared to the other ones. So I'm going to go ahead and install the caliper right now, and then we can do the pads, and we should be good on this wheel. Okay, so we got caliper on. It's on, not all 4 lug nuts are on, because we still got to put the brake pads and then the actual caliper itself on. But I got the caliper bracket bolted onto the wheel hub, or the knuckle, I guess. And it looks good. The red pops. I bought caliper paint so I can do the rear too. Well, I guess we'll see how that goes. But here are the pads. I got Stop Tech pads. They're pretty good from what I've seen. We'll see how the initial bite is and how long they last, or if they make a lot of noise and stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this caliper installed with the brake pads. Okay, so I got some NECs on the hardware as well as on the back of both of the pads. Got the caliper installed. We're just tightening up, and then we're going to clamp it down and then connect the hose. We should be good to go. Looks really good. Okay, there we have it. We got the pads installed. Last thing I gotta do is connect the brake line. And then obviously I can put the wheel back on, but damn. This looks good. It took me a while to get it down. And I still gotta do the other 3, but yeah, it looks really good. Look at that shot. Amazing. Okay, you guys, we got it on. Looks really good. Rubbing a little bit right here, but it does fit. It's flush. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest, the other 4 sides. I'm gonna do them off camera though, because this shit, it took forever. And I know I don't want to make it like a 10-hour video, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll still update. But we gotta put on the brakes, the front ones, and then we're gonna do the rears. I don't know if I want to paint them today. We'll go ahead and see. And then I gotta flush the brakes too. We'll add that into the video. So stay tuned. Guys, quick little update. Started the other side, and I was praying that these 2 little bolts right here weren't gonna be a challenge, because that's the reason why I stopped yesterday. It was absolutely horrible. But today, I just heated them up again, sprayed them with some WD-40, dude, and they fell off like nothing. So yeah, if you're doing the same project, and the caliper bracket bolts are really hard to get off, heat them up. I used just this right here. Heat them up, spray some WD-40, and yeah, they came right off. I'll update you guys once I get a little bit more progress on this side. Boom, just like that. This actually took probably like 30 minutes to get this side on. I don't know. maybe the experience from the other side helped me out, but it really only took like 30 minutes. And it looks good. Everything fits good. I'm just going to tighten up the brake line one more time, and then we can get started on the rear. That was actually not that bad. I did run into a little problem though, and it was the same thing with the other one. I had to basically bend my dust shield. It wasn't clearing. With the new caliper, it wasn't clearing. So just go ahead and bend it a little bit so that it can clear and so it can fit on. And then yeah, it's pretty much a bolt on. This kit at least has been working pretty good. We'll see how it drives later though. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tidy everything up, and then we can get started on the rear. What's up, you guys? It's been a couple of days since that last clip. The rear brakes kicked my ass. I couldn't even take off the caliper bracket bolt. And the rotors looked fine, so I only went to replace the pads. And I needed that special tool to compress the caliper back into the piston back into the caliper. Didn't have the part. Got dark. Went to my girlfriend's house, and her dad had the part. So he came over today. We compressed the piston, put it back into the caliper, put on the new pads. Everything was cool. I go to drive, and there's no like pressure in my pedal. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, damn. So we go ahead, we bleed the brakes, and still no pressure. So at this point, I'm like, shit, I got work in a couple hours. I got to call out because there's no way I'm going to get over there. So yeah, I call out. We end up bleeding all the brakes again. Still no pressure. Thinking maybe it's the master cylinder. But it turns out that while we were bleeding the brakes, the master cylinder went dry. So we had to basically bleed the entire system, like 2 32-ounce bottles of a brake fluid out, and we were doing that for like 2-3 hours, and it was a lot. I'm fucking exhausted. My back hurts, but yeah, I'll probably insert a clip after this of me actually driving. Um, but yeah, brakes are on. I did it, but fuck, it was definitely a lot. Okay, guys, it's been a couple of days since that last clip. It's been a lot longer, to be honest. But that just means that I've had time to break in the brakes and really get a good feel for them. So right off the bat, the initial bite is a lot sharper and a lot more aggressive, obviously, than the stock pads. But the thing that I've noticed, and I've taken this to the canyons a couple times already, just to, you know, like test it out. There's not as much like brake fade. I experienced that a lot with my previous setup, with the stock setup. I would find that after driving and braking hard, I'd experience a little bit of like, you know, brake fade. My pedal felt squishy. I didn't feel as much pressure in the pedal. Overall, I wasn't very confident. But with these, yeah, I literally have no doubt. These things feel amazing. One thing I really like about this brake setup is it's relatively cheap. I think in total for all 4 brakes, I paid under $500 for sure. And I got brand new front calipers. I got all four sides had pads. I got rotors for all 4 sides, even though I only installed the front 2. And it completely changes the way that I brake the car now. It took me actually a little bit of time to get used to it, just because I like to heel toe, and with the aggressive initial bite that this kind of brake has, it's noticeable, and I would like over brake and not give it enough revs, and I'm over here like lunging like that. It just took a little bit of getting used to, but I think now overall it's a more confident setup for me, and it makes the car a lot more fun and a lot more safe too. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I know it's kind of all over the place in terms of the install and then what I did off camera and now me driving, but yeah, it took me a while, and then with the holiday season coming up, I'm sorry it took so long. But I do want to get back into the feel of uploading and recording videos again. I think this year I want to obviously stay in the gym. I want to prioritize school, but I don't want to leave behind what I like to do, and what I like to do is make videos. But yeah, again, thank you guys for clicking on the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know any ideas or comments that you have down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.